It's an impact. And so this is one of these deals where, like, Sean McVay is going to throw away all the credibility he built up last year, and Les Snead, all the credibility they built up. They put an excellent team out there, and now it looks like they're playing Madden franchise mode and signing big names.
You know player reputations, Bill. Okay, I have this sourced that Ndamukonh Suh in Miami, like, didn't want to practice, had to be talked into it by veteran players and coaches, was like not a good teammate.
Okay.
Okay, that's, if I know that, the Rams know that. So what's the point? Like, they have Aaron Donald.
I feel like every coach feels like, or any GM may feel like they can save a player, or maybe I can get it out of them. So everyone will take a chance because of that talent. You know, I feel like, too, when it comes to character, they mentioned Marcus Peters, they mentioned Aqib Talib. My thing is, what is that? What is character? Is that maybe they're just misunderstood? You know what I mean? And people say they're a headache, this and that. Well, show me the arrest. There are no off-field issues. There are no whatever you want to call it. But they're on winning teams. You know what I'm saying? And they're getting it done.
Are you guys surprised the cornerback is defending a couple quarterbacks?
Listen, you got to.
Listen,
don't throw the flag.
Don't tell me Aqib Talib hasn't had problems off the field, okay? We know the Buffalo incident.
He has, yeah.
And Marcus Peters was a locker room problem.
Where it's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Well, he still came back and ball.
Listen, the Kansas City Chiefs called 31 teams in the league.
Right.
There were no takers, none for Marcus Peters. Like, nobody wanted him. They know that this guy's trouble in the locker room.
That sounds so familiar.
Dude, Peter King wrote
There was a guy in 2006, I think it was, where nobody wanted him at all, and they just written him off. They thought he was trash. I think it was Charles Woodson, right?
That's a good point.
I think so, yeah.
But let me ask you about Ndamukonh Suh.
Yeah, exactly. Just saying that now, but they weren't saying that then. They said, oh, he sits on his helmet, he goes out drinking, he goes to the clubs. He's, you know what? No one wants to be his teammate. So when he was a free agent, not even to trade him, he was a free agent, and not one team wanted to sign him. And they were like, hey, Green Bay. He said, I'm not going to Green Bay. Well, he's like, you don't have a choice. So he went to Green Bay and completely changed everyone's outlook to what you're saying now. Now he's going to the Hall of Fame all of a sudden.
I think it's optimistic, and maybe Peters will work out. But Ndamukonh Suh, we're forgetting. Aaron Donald is the Defensive Player of the Year.
Exactly.
He wants to get paid.
That's the
and
man.
now you're going to bring in Ndamukonh Suh, who's going to want the stats, the reps. I think it's a risky move by Sean McVay.
Let me throw this out there. We know this happens in sports, especially in the big markets. Listen, man, the Rams are now trying to sell PCLs. The Dodgers are good. Chip Kelly's at UCLA. Lakers are rebuilding.
Right.
You got Trout with the Angels. You got another soccer team. Is this a PSL move? They're trying to sell him, Jason, right now in a competitive market.
I get it, but I just don't see Ndamukonh Suh selling any.
But what I'm saying is they're in the news again today.
No, I get it. But look, he had his second chance in Miami and did nothing.
I agree.
Nothing. And there's this theory, you put him next to Aaron Donald, and it's going to set Aaron Donald loose. I've seen this before, and this goes back, Will, you were probably just a baby at this point, 1998. The Kansas City Chiefs signed Chester McLaughlin, and my dumb self went all, because they had Derek Thomas, they had all these guys, and I was like, Neil Smith was already in Denver then, but I was just like, Wayne Simmons, they had great corners, and the Chiefs going to go 16-0. They went 13-3 the year before. And they signed Chester McLaughlin and a couple other free agents, and they went 7-9, and Marty Schottenheimer got fired.
Dude,
they brought in a bunch of low-character guys that didn't want to play hard all the time, took plays off, and it was a disaster.
What happened in Seattle this past season? They bring in Sheldon Richardson from the Jets, who the Jets wanted nothing to do with. What happened in Seattle? Now, I know there were injuries, but they imploded. They missed the playoffs. You got to be careful with the locker room. Now, Will, you've been in locker rooms. You can speak to this. 3 problem children. Well, I'll call them that. Sean McVay's 32 years old. That's a lot of ego to handle.
Good point.
Yeah, that's a
I
great
just
point.
don't see what.
Great point.
Last year they snuck up on people, right? Goff was out of this world. They snuck up on people. This year, everybody knows they're a good team.
Right.
I think there's a lot of risk here going after Ndamukonh.
Well, that's why when McVay got the job, you know, the main thing was he brought Wade with him. He essentially has another head coach on the team who knows how to handle personalities. He also, within the staff, one of the assistant head coaches is Joe Barry, who was the defensive coordinator for the Redskins. So another adult, you know, who knows how to handle big personalities and what have you. So I just feel like that was a strategic move on his part for that to happen. So that's why they're more comfortable. Once again, it's just a meeting. They just had a meeting with Suh, and maybe they're digging and trying to figure out exactly what it is. I see it, if Suh does come along, him being not the guy, maybe that will bring out the talent that everybody sees and that dominant factor. So just to be next to him, and maybe him and Aaron Donald are talking like, yo, like listen up, we can
I
get
love your
something done here.
optimism.
Gotta go. Coming up, did LeBron's performance last night just alter the entire NBA season? Chris Broussard and Kenyon Martin join us